Working from home while your kids are doing distance learning? That distance learning sucks. It's been a struggle these past 2 weeks to really get the kids into this mindset. I have been chasing them every few minutes to sit up and pay attention, sit up and pay attention, stop being distracted, focus on your teacher. Did you do this? Did you do that? And it's crazy. Hi everyone, welcome to the land of and. This channel is about reclaiming your busy life through authentic connection, practical tools, and real stories to help you get time back to yourself, where it should be. So let's jump into today's topic. 5 tips on distance learning while you're working from home. Tip number 1 is prep in advance. A couple of items that I have found to be useful as school has been starting. The first thing is their lunchbox and their water bottle. The kids prep their lunchbox and their water bottle the night before. So they will pack all their snacks. They get 3 snacks a day in their lunchbox along with their lunch. They also have to prep their water bottle, make sure there's water in it, and those 2 items go on the counter ready for the next day. And here's why. Because if they don't know what to eat as a snack, you know as well as I know that they come and find you. Even though the choices are exactly the same that they were yesterday and they're in exactly the same place, they will come find you. And when they find you, you are doing something always. And so they interrupt you and they are on your video conference call because they say, "Mommy, what can I have for snack?" And so what we've started to do is we will have the snacks and their lunch packed on the counter, ready to go. Your kids are anything like mine. My daughter got a bowl with a straw and had her water that way until I walked over and accidentally stuck my hand in the water, to which she got mad at. And then I said, "Why do you even have an open bowl of water next to your tablet anyway?" To which she said, "Oh, well, I like the straw, so that's what I used." So from that instance, we said that she needs to pack her water bottle just like she would for school, and that is the only thing allowed near her tablet during the school time. There are a few items that are helpful to have. First one is blue light glasses. My kids don't wear glasses, so this concept of wearing glasses was new and sort of novel. I will put a link in the description below so you can take a look at those as well. Next item that's really helpful for the kids is a digital clock and wearing a watch. They have watches. They don't always remember to put them on, but they have little kid watches that are digital so they can see what time it is. The teacher will say, "Come back at 10:15," and then they don't know what time it is. So they wander around endlessly, and now they have a watch. And if they don't wear the watch, because sometimes they forget, there is a big old digital clock right there. The last piece for preparing for school is to write down their schedule on a giant Post-it note. Put it on the wall. Put it on the wall where they can see it. A second tip is create break stations. So the kids have anywhere from 3 minutes to 15 minutes of break time. And in that small amount of time, they don't know what to do with themselves. So they're either trying to find something and then they have to go back to their class, or they're just running around. First station that we have is the bubble station. My kids love bubbles. Your kids love bubbles. I love bubbles. Maybe you love bubbles. Everybody loves bubbles because, they're bubbles. So we have bubble wands and a bubble machine outside on the patio. And so they will go nuts on that patio with those bubbles for however long their break is. That's the first station. The second break station is like a yoga/exercise station. This is in front of the living room TV, and there are 2 yoga mats that are set up there. They are rolled out in the beginning of the day, and the girls get to do stretches, they get to do go noodle, they get to do kids yoga, and it's just a place to sit and stretch and not be confined to a chair. That's the second station. The third station is a reading/quiet station. The kids cannot always sit that long. Most of the time they won't. My younger daughter, Ellie, is not in love with being on camera. It makes her nervous, it makes her slightly uncomfortable. So I tell her that if she needs a break away from being on the camera, go to the quiet station. Her blankets are already there from the morning, and she will just sit and like snuggle with her blankets for a few minutes until she feels that she's ready to go back to being on camera and being in the classroom. The fourth station is a snack station. Their snacks are in their lunch boxes on the counter, but they're not going to eat back at their tablet. It's really go with your snack, pick it up, and sit somewhere, preferably outside, so that you can both A, make a mess, and B, you can be outdoors. Know that there is a place that's better to have a snack and not to be in front of the tablet. My third tip is have something for them to do during the downtime in class. The kids all have a fidget spinner to play with, as well as their sketchbooks near them, as well as a coloring book. They're keeping an ear out for what is going on. So they're still in front of the tablet. They are still sitting there, but in front of them is a coloring book that they're working in, or they can have their sketch pad out. And this applies to all three of the kids. They have a sketch pad out so that they can draw, but not be so distracted that they can't focus if the teacher is ready to go and start the next activity. The fourth tip is have a physical indication that the school day has ended. When the teacher dismisses them and they say, okay, you're done for the day, ask the kids if they want to change into regular clothes. They're encouraged to, so that it feels like the end of school. It feels like they came back from school, we're getting out of the car, and they get to change their clothes. We also try to do half an hour to an hour of outside activity time after school ends. That could be jumping rope outside, that could be playing with chalk outside on the driveway, that could be going back to the bubble station, that could be doing anything pretty much they want as long as they're outside near the house. My last tip is the one that's taken the most trial and error to figure out. And this tip is have visual cues of what you are doing, of what you as the parent is doing. So the kids, they're not that aware of what's going on when we're on the computer. And so they will burst in, they will interrupt, they will talk to me, they will ask me questions, they will bring me things to open, they will do all sorts of ways of interrupting. What we've done is that my office has two doors. When the doors are closed, it means that mommy is busy. Mommy is in a meeting, usually on the phone, and possibly on a video conference. And so I say, do not come in. The doors are shut. It means that do not interrupt me. Unless the house is on fire, unless something is absolutely an emergency, do not come in. And we are getting better at this. The second option for that is if one door is open and one door is closed, that means it better be something that you need right now. That's either about school or something important. It's not emergency level, but it is something important at that moment. Last option is if both doors are open, it means that it's okay to come in and talk to me while I'm doing this, because it's not intense working at my computer and need to really dig and focus. It's taken them some time to know that I am not always available to help them. And that's just what it is when you are working from home and the kids are there with you and they're doing their distance learning and they're not sure how the technology works completely. They're either going to have to wait or they're going to have to figure it out on their own, both of which are good options. That being said, we are still getting into this groove. My 5 tips from working from home and supporting distance learning with your kids at the same time. All the products that I talk about that have been helping me, I have put in the description for you so you can click on it. These past couple of weeks as we've done school, it's been miserable for me, it's been miserable for them. And so if that's been your experience as well, you are not alone. Share some comments with me. Let me know how you guys are doing with this school year. Thanks for joining me, Land of And. If you enjoyed this content, please hit that like button, hit that subscribe for more content, and join me on the Land of And Official on Instagram. Join me there so you can see all the fun and chaos as it's happening, and also interact. Yay!